Hey guys, Gamer C here, and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I know which ending we're going to get this time.
This is the... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yep, I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yep.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not this time. Probably next time though.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Let's see.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Oh, great. Now, by the way, since this is an extremely short ending, I'm going to
All of
get
his co-workers were gone.
about 3 endings
What
in
could
this
it mean?
episode this time.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good
Yep, I
job,
did.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers
Let's go
were
get
gone.
one more ending
What
then.
could it mean?
I'll end the episode.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came
the
to a
music's
set of two
different.
open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not this time again. Maybe next time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be
Yeah,
the one
definitely.
to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that
Yeah,
wasn't
I
supposed to
did.
be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife.
Yeah,
and the
sure.
two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Yeah, sure. You
Not
definitely
picking
weren't
up the
going to be
phone
like,
is actually somehow
oh,
an
come on. Did
incorrect
you
course of
actually think
action.
this was your real
How is that
wife?
even possible?
And show me a
None of
mannequin.
these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yes, exactly.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting
Yes.
you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not
know what
grasp
real-world
the
decision-making
severity of the
is. I'm from
situation?
the real
Well, I
world.
won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay, it will definitely be helpful.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
True.
But
or
if
any
used
person.
incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Okay.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you
Okay.
make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
Okay,
the
then.
person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having
Excellent.
a back sack and crack.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Yes,
Most medical
letting a
professionals
crocodile
recommend making
eat
at
you is
least 8
definitely a good
choices per
choice.
day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
That's a great choice.
And finally, if you begin to
All my
wonder if
friends
your
make it.
choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the
Okay.
feeling should subside. At
Maybe
this
it will.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this
Plug
room
the
has
phone
begun to
back in.
deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes
Danger
ago
everywhere.
and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Yeah, because you
Imagine
fenced
the main
this.
character dying
You
senselessly
put fences
halfway
around
through the
it.
story.
Now I can't
That
jump
story
off it
would
like
make
last
no
time.
sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Yeah, we're in a video game. I need to take this door to get back.
Almost there. You'll take the door
Back
on
to
the
the
left,
employee
back
lounge.
to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Wait, that's what the freedom ending leads to? The real world?
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Okay.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, narrator. Wait, the office looks
Stepping inside his
different.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Did me taking
Shocked,
this
unraveled,
ending
Stanley wondered in disbelief
everything
who
so different?
orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door
Killing
lay all
pandas is
the
a
answers to his
business strategy.
questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Yeah.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115. Why is it not working?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Night Shark
He spoke
115.
it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
It won't let me. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Night Shark
You didn't
115.
mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver.
I'm trying,
Otherwise, we
narrator.
can't
It
get
won't
on
let
with the
me.
story. This is a crucial step.
I'm sorry, narrator. It won't let me. Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But
I'm
you know what?
trying.
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your
What?
respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
You're the coward.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's try that again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave
Wait, it cut
exactly
back
as
to
Stanley
here.
would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? I'm taking the door on the right because you were rude to me a bit ago.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
You were rude to me, so I selected the door on the right. Things are now disappearing. The whole game is completely glitched.
Oh, it's ruined.
Karma.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about,
Oh,
that you... My
the red door.
story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage.
Look at this long chair.
And what am I supposed to do?
The rest of the
Even
game
if
is
there were a way to
completely
continue,
glitched.
would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely?
Everything's completely
to willingly
glitched.
destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Look at this long chair.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
This is what you get for being rude to me. Wow, the entire game is completely destroyed now. All because I entered the red door. I mean, the right door.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
You were rude as heck.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
You are.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone
literally
through the
just
door on the
restart
left, you
the
would have
game.
seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm right here.
Hello? Are you...
I'm right here.
Is everything okay?
Narrator, I'm right here.
I need you to make a choice.
Wait, the end?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Narrator, I'm right here.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you.
Sounds so
Do you
sad.
understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do
You
something.
sound so worried.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? You listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Who's Leroy?
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay, narrator. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day.